This is the Fusion XP-PRO Comp. It is a sub 1600 2011 with a threadless compensator, and over the last few weeks, I've put 1,000 rounds through it. The spoiler alert, it performed almost flawlessly. But I did run into a few failure to return to battery issues. Now, before the 2011 haters jump into the comments, let me be clear. I haven't cleaned this gun in 1,000 rounds. 2011s have incredibly tight tolerances and they like to run wet. The only time it hung up on me was when I forgot to add lube after a long range session. So I'm chalking that up to user error. If you keep it lubricated, it is an incredibly smooth, fun gun to shoot. Let's get into the details. One of the biggest selling points of this gun is that it takes a standard Glock magazine. A few months after I bought the gun, Fusion sent me the rest of my bundle, which included a holster, a non-compensated barrel weight for competition rules, and high capacity mag with extended base plates. Since the local capacity restrictions mean extended base plates are a no-go for me, Fusion customer service actually swapped them out and sent me 2 extra standard mags that has 10 round capacity, giving me 4 total mags. Huge shout out to them for that. I did not ask them to do that. They just realized and, replaced it for value. And that is a huge, huge value add for me. As for how they actually run, I tested OEM Glock, KCI, and ETS mags. The OEM and the KCI mags are identical in performance, to be honest. They run flawlessly, insert flawlessly, and drop free the second you hit the release. The ETS magazines, however, are a different story. They are noticeably tight in this mag well. You have to forcibly seat them and they absolutely do not drop free. You have to manually strip them out. They fed fine. There were no special performance issues there, but keep that in mind if you run ATS. I own several ported pistols, but I can confidently say this is the best shooting gun I own right now. This is that's a lot of flash. I haven't even bothered trying the non-comp barrel weight yet because the compensator makes this thing perform brilliantly. It's super flat, incredibly easy to manage, and laser accurate even at longer distances. I even handed it off to a few buddies at the range. Everyone started out a little skeptical of the budget 2011, and every single one of them finished their mag with a massive smile on their faces.
Got all the great guns, man. Sadly, stand around there, so. Yeah. You want the target close or that's fine? No, that's fine. I try right there. Shoot the black. That trigger is sensitive. How you like it? I love that. Super flat, right? Yes, sir. Shit. Like, you don't have to do nothing, man. Shit. I really enjoy shooting this thing. I try to figure it out almost like the hey, yeah, that's a baby right there, man.
Now, we can't talk about a 2011 without talking about the trigger. Overall, it's light, crisp, and incredibly responsive. I can confidently say it is one of the best triggers by far that I know. But if I have one complaint, it is that the reset is not as tactile as I would like it to be. In fact, sometimes I don't even feel the reset click at all. On some guns, that would be a deal breaker, but the travel on the trigger is so remarkably short that the lack of tactile reset doesn't actually matter. You just let off the pressure slightly and you're right back on the wall, which means you can run this gun as fast as your fingers can move. Combined with the compensator we just talked about, this trigger makes the gun incredibly accurate and effortless to shoot fast. Ergonomically, the gun feels great. The grip module is on the larger side, which fits my larger hands perfectly, but if you have smaller hands, it might feel a bit chunky. The texture is aggressive enough to keep it locked in without tearing your hands up. Everything is just perfectly placed. The oversized ambidextrous safety lever sits exactly where your thumb naturally rests, making it incredibly intuitive to point, manipulate, and shoot. I didn't film the actual cleaning process, but after 1,000 rounds of running it wet and dirty, this thing was completely caked in carbon. The good news, the carbon buildup didn't cause any operational issues while shooting, and once I got it on the bench, a generous amount of cleaning solution wiped everything right off. The finish and the rails held up great. However, I did run into a snag during the teardown. The point where the barrel and the compensator meet was completely locked up, likely baked together by carbon. Even after taking the compensator screws out, it wouldn't budge. I actually had to put it in a vise and gently tap the compensator to get it to break loose. You might want to break that comp loose and clean those mating surfaces a bit more frequently than every 1,000 rounds. There was also one noticeable quality control quirk. When I inspected the non-rifle part of the barrel that links up with the compensator, it wasn't fully finished. The inside had some burrs and felt very rough to the touch. Honestly, it didn't negatively impact the accuracy or the recoil compensation at all. But for a gun in this price bracket, you generally expect those internal mating surfaces to be cleaned up and polished. So after 1,000 rounds, what's the final verdict? If you are looking for staccato level fit and finish, you're going to find a few rough edges here, literally, like inside the barrel comp section. But when it comes to actual performance on the range, this gun punches way above its price tag. It is exceptionally flat, it is accurate, and most importantly, it gives you 2011 performance while feeding them Glock magazines you probably already have sitting in your safe. Just remember to keep it lubricated. Stick to OEM or KCI mags and keep an eye for that carbon buildup under the comp. For under 1600, it is extremely smooth, fast shooting gun that puts a smile on everybody's face that shoots it. If you guys want to see this thing push to 2000 rounds, hit that subscribe button, drop a comment below, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.